Assalamualaikum. My name is Farzana binti Rajab. So first of all, I will present about my part, which is an introduction, the origin of the resources, how the resources obtained and how it converted. First of all, sunlight and wind are two examples of such constantly renewing source. Solar energy is currently the most popular renewable energy resources. Hybrid power systems generate an electricity from two or more sources, most of which are renewable and sharing a single connection point. The most hybrid electrical power combinations such as photovoltaic and wind and photovoltaic and hydraulic. A combined cycle power plant combines a gas turbine and a steam turbine to produce up to 50% more electricity from the same fuel as a traditional simple cycle plant. Okay, the first one is origin of resources. In 1767, the world's first solar collector cell was designed and built. The first non-wind turbine used to produce electricity is built in Scotland in around 1887. In 1961, an Austrian utility was installed, the first recognized combined cycle plant at Austria. It has a total efficiency of around 32.5%. Solar radiation refers to the electromagnetic radiation emitted by the sun. Solar radiation can be captured and converted into useful forms of energy such as heat and electricity. For the wind is a renewable energy source that is clean, free and readily available. Wind turbines capture the wind energy and convert it to the electricity every day. A combined cycle power plant is a group of the heat engine that work together to convert heat energy from a single source of heat into mechanical energy. The last one is how the resources is converted. Conversion of solar energy into electricity. When the sunlight strikes these photovoltaic cells, the photon of sunlight startles the electron inside this cell, causing them to flow. The electric current is created by the loose electron that begin to flow on the electric circuit. The electrical energy that obtained from solar energy via PV cell is normally referred as DC, but it must be converted into AC, so the solar inverter must be installed. The electricity produced by the solar power system is the same that was produced by the grid. The conversion wind energy into electricity energy. The first one is a wind turbine propellers are rotated by the wind. The propeller spins the rotor which is connected to the generator via a main shaft. The mechanical power flows into the generator which converts the power into direct current electricity. An inverter is required to convert DC electricity into AC electricity. The last one is the conversion of fuel natural gas into electricity. The first process is the fuel is burned in the gas turbine, which is the air was compressed and mixed with fuel that has been heated to a very high temperature by the gas turbine. The hot air fuel mixture flows through the gas turbine blades, spinning them, which convert the spinning energy into electricity energy. The second process is exhaust is captured by the heat recovery system, which is HRSG. HRSG captures the gas turbine exhaust heat energy that would escape through the exhaust stick, and it contributes to the generation of steam from the gas turbine exhaust heat and delivered to its steam turbine. The third step is a steam turbine generate additional electricity. The steam turbine transfer the energy to a generator drive shaft, which convert it into more electricity.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Anaf Fikri Zulkifli. Designing a hybrid renewable energy system involves several steps to ensure that the system is efficient, reliable and cost-effective. The first step is to conduct a feasibility study to assess the economic, technical and environmental viability of the project. These include analyzing the wind and solar resource, assessing the power demand and evaluating the potential for grid integration. The next step is to design and engineer the power plant. selecting the appropriate equipment and component for the solar, wind and combined cycle power plant system, as well as designing the power management system and energy storage system. This step is crucial to ensure that the system meets all technical, safety and regulatory requirements. Once the design and engineering phase is complete, the project would need to be approved by the appropriate government bodies and agencies. This would involve obtaining all necessary permit and license. After obtaining all the approval, the construction of the power plant can begin, including the installing the solar panel, wind turbine, combined cycle power plant, energy storage system, and all other necessary equipment. The final step is commissioning and connecting the power plant to the national grid. Regulator maintenance and monitoring the performance of the system to ensure that it continues to function properly and optimize the energy generation and reduce the dependence on fossil fuels. Overall, designing a hybrid renewable energy system requires a combination of technical, regulatory and financial aspect and coordination between different stakeholders to ensure that the system is able to meet the energy demand while minimizing the use of fossil fuel.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Karunisa binti Kamis, and today I want to elaborate about the impact of to the economic, social and environment. Okay, a hybrid renewable energy system that combines solar, wind and combined cycle power plant, that is our mini project, can have a significant impact on the economic, social and environmental aspect of Malaysia. For the economically, a hybrid renewable energy system can have a positive impact on Malaysia by reducing the dependence on fossil fuels and decreasing the cost of power generation. The use of renewable energy resources can help to lower the cost of electricity for households and businesses, which can lead to increased economic growth and development. Additionally, the development and implementation of a hybrid renewable energy system can also create jobs in the renewable energy sector, which can help to boost the economy. Furthermore, for the socially, a hybrid renewable energy system can have a positive impact on Malaysia by improving the quality of life for residents. This type of system can provide a consistent and reliable source of electricity, which is essential for powering basic necessities such as like lighting, heating, powering essential equipment. It can also help to improve the access to electricity in remote or off-grid communities, which can improve the standard of living for residents. Lastly, for the environmentally, a hybrid renewable energy system can have a positive impact on Malaysia by reducing the environmental impact of power generation. Renewable energy sources such as like solar and wind power do not produce greenhouse gas emission, which can help to reduce air pollution and mitigate the effect of climate change. Additionally, a hybrid renewable energy system can also help to reduce the reliance on the fossil fuels, which can help to decrease the environmental impact of power generation. In summary, a hybrid renewable energy system that combines solar, wind and combined cycle power plant can have a significant impact on the economic, social and environmental aspect of Malaysia. It can reduce the dependence on fossil fuels, decrease the cost of power generation, improve the standard of living and reduce the environmental impact of power generation. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Farid Fahmi bin Ahmad with the matrix number of 2010921167. Today, I will continue the presentation for mini project assignment of electrical energy system. I will continue the presentation with the point of design constraint. As have been mentioned by my team members, we choose to design a combined cycle power plant with a hybrid system including of solar energy and wind energy. When designing a hybrid renewable energy system, it is important to consider various design constraints. There are four major constraints that we found. First constraint is the availability of land for the installation of the solar panels, wind turbines, and combined cycle power plant. It is essential to select a location that has enough land to accommodate all the components of the system while also being close to the energy grid. Secondly, the cost of the project. The cost of the equipment, installation, and maintenance must be taken into account to ensure that the system is economically viable. Furthermore, the cost of the connecting the power plant to the national grid and obtaining all necessary permits and license must also be considered. My third point is the system's environmental impact also need to be considered. The project must comply with all environmental regulation and guidelines to minimize the impacts on the surrounding area. Finally, the system's reliability and stability is another constraint that must be considered during the design process. The power management systems and energy storage system must be designed to ensure that the system is able to meet the energy demand even during the periods of the solar and wind generation. For a short conclusion of design constraints, designing a hybrid renewable energy system involves considering various design constraints such as the availability of the land, cost, environmental impact, and reliability to ensure that the system is efficient and reliable and cost-effective while minimizing the use of fossil fuels and its impact on environment. Overall conclusion for the project, the hybrid system of the combined cycle power plant with the wind energy and solar energy is promising solution for meeting the increasing of the energy demand while reducing the emissions and dependence on the fossil fuels. The combination of these renewable energy sources allows for more reliable and efficient power. Generation systems such as wind and solar energy can supplement the power generated by the combined cycle power plant during periods of low wind or sunlight. Additionally, the use of renewable energy sources can help to reduce the greenhouse emissions and mitigate the impacts of the climate change. Overall, for the hybrid system of combined cycle power plant with the wind energy and solar energy offers a sustainable and cost-effective solution for meeting the energy needs for the future. The combined cycle power plant can provide baseload power, while the wind and solar energy can provide additional power during the peak demands of the periods. This can lead to a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions and dependence on the fossil fuels. Additionally, the integration of the multiple energy sources can also increase system efficiency and reduce costs. Lastly, a hybrid system of this kind can be a viable solution to meet the increasing demand for electricity in a sustainable manner. That's all for the mini project from my team members. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.